High school first dates are like trying to navigate a minefield while blindfolded, with a marching band playing in the background. You think you know what you're doing, but really you're just hoping you don't step on something that will blow up in your face. I remember my first date vividly, like a slow-motion train wreck that I couldn't look away from. It all started with a note, because texting wasn't cool yet. I had this huge crush on Jenna from biology class. She had the kind of smile that could brighten up a rainy day, and the laugh that made you feel like you were in on the world's best inside joke. So naturally, I decided to write her a note. You know, the classic, "Do you like me? Check yes or no." Romantic, right? Except I accidentally wrote, "Do you like me? Check yes or maybe." Maybe? What was I thinking? That's like giving her a loophole to say, "Well, I don't dislike you, but I'm not exactly sending you love letters either." I somehow managed to get the note to her without losing a limb in the process. I was sweating bullets, convinced that the entire school was watching me. I could practically hear the theme music from a horror movie playing in my head. But shockingly, she said yes. I mean, she checked yes and maybe, but I was too busy doing a happy dance in my head to care about the maybe part. So, we decided to go to the local pizza place after school. I had this grand idea that I would be the perfect gentleman. I would open the door for her, pull out her chair, and make her laugh so hard she'd forget her own name. But here's the thing. None of that happened. I was so nervous that I forgot how to walk. I tripped over my own feet right after I said, "I'll get the door." I knocked into the glass, which made a sound like a gunshot in the quiet afternoon. Jenna laughed, and I turned 50 shades of red. Inside the pizza place, I tried to play it cool, but I was sweating like a snowman in July. I ordered a pepperoni pizza, thinking it was a safe choice. But then I remembered I had a weird aversion to cheese. Why did I order pizza? What was I thinking? I had to pretend to enjoy every cheesy bite while silently praying I wouldn't end up in a dairy-induced coma. We talked about school, music, and somehow ended up discussing the merits of pineapple on pizza. I was trying to sound sophisticated, like I had an opinion on culinary arts. I mean, pineapple is a tropical fruit, so it's basically a vacation on a pizza. Who says that? I was one awkward metaphor away from being voted most likely to trip over his own words. Then disaster struck. I took a big bite of pizza, and of course, the cheese decided to perform its own escape act. It stretched out like a rubber band, and before I knew it, I had cheese dangling from my chin like a bizarre piece of jewelry. Jenna's eyes widened as she tried to suppress her laughter. I could feel the heat rising in my cheeks, and I thought, this is it. This is how I become a legend at school. I wiped my chin, but instead of cleaning up, I just smeared sauce across my face like a war paint. "I'm just trying to be a pizza artist," I said, trying to salvage my dignity. Jenna laughed so hard she nearly choked on her soda. At that moment, I realized that maybe, just maybe, being a complete disaster wasn't the worst thing in the world. By the end of the date, I was no longer worried about impressing her. I was just grateful she found my awkwardness endearing. We walked out of that pizza place, and I knew I had survived my first date. Sure, I was covered in cheese and sauce, but I had made her laugh. And honestly, that's what made it all worth it.